Hungary, a land of rich history and diverse landscapes, unveils itself through a tapestry of enchanting destinations, from the vibrant shores of Lake Balaton, where summer revelry meets winter tranquility, to the multicultural gem of Pécs. Echoing with 2,000 years of captivating stories, picture the cathedral-topped town of Esztergom, a historical nerve center standing proudly along the Danube. Join me as we embark on a journey through Hungary's top 10 destinations, each offering a unique chapter in this fascinating narrative. Number 10. Lake Balaton, running for a whopping 77 kilometers through the undulating hills that form the verdant reaches of Western Hungary. Lake Balaton is a magnet for both domestic and foreign visitors both summer and winter. Along its wide, grassy banks, sunbathers settle from May onwards, many clutching beers and boogieing the afternoons away outside beach bars in party towns like Keste and Sirefoc, now hailed as the Ibiza of Hungary. Others come to dive into the mineral-rich volcanic waters of the lake itself, which is eminently swimmable and great for sailing and other water sports. Camping and cottage resorts pepper the shorelines too, while castles and interesting churches crown the hills of Balaton Elmárty and Csigliget. Number 9. Pécs, the multicultural gem of southwestern Hungary. Pécs can be found neatly nestled close to all of Croatia, Serbia and Slovenia. 2,000 years of history going all the way back to Roman times imbue the center with layer upon layer of heritage and cultural interest, while the backdrop of the forest-clad Mechek Hills offers outdoorsy type circles of hiking and mountain biking on the edge of the Dinaric Alps. Back in the town center, and a lively student population powers the bars, all of which coalesce invitingly between the cobbled streets. Below the charming Rococo come Renaissance Cathedral, amidst the curiously Turkic facades, and the around the pretty blue dome tops of the Mosque of Pasha Zaim. Number 8. Esztergom. Straddling a picturesque bend in the Danube as it weaves its way along the southern border of Slovakia, the cathedral-topped town of Esztergom has long been hailed as the veritable nerve center of Christianity in Hungary. From around the 10th century, the city was also the capital of the Hungarian kingdom, and played host to revered Magyar monarchs like the pious Saint Stephen. Today, it's visited mainly for its sprawling religious constructions, which find their zenith in the huge Esztergom Basilica, which comes complete with gloomy crypts and cupolas, and around this stony church citadel is the Watertown district, a pretty maze of cobblestone where Baroque and classical faces abut babbling fountains and sun-splashed squares. Number 7. Debrecen, oft overlooked and unexplored by tourists making their way through Hungary. Debrecen is actually a surprising cocktail of history, culture and heritage. It's hailed as the capital of the Great Hungarian Plain, known for its isolated place on the rolling steppe and vast agricultural land of the east. In the Middle Ages it rose to prominence as a frontier fort against the Mongol hordes, then as a hot spot for Magyar Calvinists. Number 6. Szentendre. Draped over the Danube banks just a little jaunt north out of the capital of Budapest, tight-knit, Fairytale Szentendre rises in a symphony of stone-clad streets and age-old Magyar houses, something of a museum piece of an old town. The place was overlooked entirely by the invading Ottomans, but boomed again in later centuries with Serbian and Mediterranean settlers, who each brought their elegant Baroque and Balkan styles to bear on the center. Today, travelers head here to weave between the many independent galleries. The spot has become something of a magnet for up-and-coming artists. Wander below the bulbous church domes and shop in the multitude of interesting little boutiques. Number 5. Tihany, poking its way elegantly out over the sky-blue waters of Lake Balaton. The peninsula town of Tihany has been known as one of Hungary's most romantic retreats for decades. It comes decorated with the white walls and spires of the Tihany Abbey, a 1,000-year-old monastery that's been both a Benedictine worshipping house and erstwhile prison for Habsburg emperors over the centuries. Around this rises one chocolate box of an old town, where paprika stalls dot the streets, independent galleries offer Magyar crafts, and the barbing yachts in the docks beckon visitors to the volcanic waters of Balaton itself. Number 4. Tokaj, encompassed on all sides by the cascading fields of vineyards that form the famed Tokaj wine region of eastern Hungary. This small and charming town has risen to become a taster's dream, amidst its sun-splashed cobbled lanes and Baroque-styled boulevards. Travelers here enjoy oodles of cellar doors and wineries, where it's possible to sample the iconic ferment, Haslavolu, and Tokaj dry, and sweet wine varieties that help to put the Tokaj area on the viniculture map. But it's not just about the bottle here, because Tokaj town also hosts enchanting taverns that serve up famous fish broths, winding working routes along the river Tisza, and the heights of Bald Mountain to boot. Number 3. Sopron. Old, aged and weathered by political storms aplenty, Sopron pokes its way into the flatlands of eastern Austria, on the border straddling banks of Lake Fairytale. That's Lake Neusiedl if you're Austrian. Over more than 2,000 years of settlement here, the town has garnered a charming medieval veneer. Its Germanic church spires loom high over the cobbled central square. The dominating fire watchtower shimmers a bronze-green hue. Roman ruins rise ad hoc on the streets, and remnants of a 16th century Jewish boom linger on. Oh, and there's wine too, with the city's cellar doors touting some of the best Austrian-style Gewürztraminer going. Number 2. Visegrad, the great bulwark of the Magyar Danube, and the one-time palatial home of the revered Slavic king Matthias Corvinus. Visegrad soars above the river bends on the edge of Slovakia, to form one of Hungary's most dramatic and unforgettable historic sites, clad in medieval stone and surrounded by the ruins of an ancient Roman military camp. The spot oozes with interest for the history buff. On the top of the hill stands the mighty upper castle of Balafor, constructed originally to fend off the Mongol hordes, and later a stronghold of the incumbent Ottomans. Below that is the lower castle, where the striking hexagonal keep of the Solomon Tower and oodles of masterful Gothic architecture meet, along with the seemingly endless collections of the King Matthias Museum. Number 1. Budapest, a city that really needs no introduction. Budapest continues to reign supreme as one of the great touristic magnets of Central Eastern Europe, crowned by the elegant and sprawling mastery of Buda Castle, and cut through by the winding S-bends of the Danube. The town is at once mysterious and lively, packed with history and indelibly modern at every turn. Erudite students hit the lecture halls here by day and descend into sleepless dive bars by night. Speakeasies erupt on the corners of Pest, while the City Park hosts everything from bikers to castle seekers. As our journey through Hungary's captivating landscapes and rich history draws to a close, one can't help but marvel at the diverse tapestry of experiences woven into the fabric of this enchanting country, from the lively shores of Lake Balaton to the multicultural gem of Pécs, the cathedral-topped town of Esztergom to the often overlooked Debrecen. Each destination has whispered tales of centuries past and embraced the present with open arms. Until the next adventure, may the spirit of exploration continue to guide your travels. Safe journeys.